That's it. Now, stop the bleeding. Focus. Good. You succeeded. Mastering your breathing. It will open many doors for you. Now, it won't solve everything, but it will help. You will continue to grow stronger.
Thank you.
With any and all ways of removing energies, the first thing is with acknowledging it, and also trusting and knowing that as you begin that first step of acknowledging it, it's only going to get better and better as far as you removing the energy. And right now, I'm speaking to something very subtle, but it's like paying attention to the subtle root causes of what you do as it pertains to, arguing or trying to prove a point. Because you could be being triggered into actions where the root of the action is to prove a point. And in essence, proving a point is like arguing, because in most cases, what people are arguing for, to prove a point. Like, I'm trying to get my point across. But paying attention to the subtlety of what triggers you to do things that, again, like the root cause of it is you trying to prove a point. Because what also goes deeper, to point out why you should stop and why it's very, very toxic in essence for yourself and others in essence. But it's because when you're getting triggered to prove a point or do something to prove a point, when basically you're trying to prove a point to somebody who's not around you or that you're no longer, connecting with on that level, it's like quite literally trying to prove a point to a ghost. And no judgment towards ghosts, but it's like understanding, like, like you trying to prove a point to a ghost or something that, is just a film, quite literally like a film like you watch, but then also like a film like a residue of, some type of emotion or some type of event that happened, like it's quantum residue, that you're, because quite literally that's what a ghost to some extent is too, but not to make it like residue to that extent, but you get what I'm saying, like, but, not reacting in a space or from the roots of trying to prove a point, and being aware of that, because it could be very subtle, it's certain things that you might say, oh yeah, I'm doing this because I feel inspired, or this, that, or the third, but really and truthfully, you're just doing it to prove that, oh, I could do that, or I could do this, and I'm just want to prove my point that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to show them, or I'm going to show everybody, or, that's external shit, so just being aware of that subtlety, that your actions, and make sure that you're not reacting, to triggers that cause you to take action in a manner that's rooted in trying to prove a point, you feel me? Because that's just wasting your energy, valuable energy that you could be invested into something that is way more important, and it's externalizing your energy in the essence of like it's things that are, like that you could do to help yourself instead of trying to prove a point to everybody externally. Prove a point to yourself, you feel me? So just wanted to share that, be aware to not be arguing in your actions, because it's subtle, because you're not actually arguing with nobody, but your action is a reflection of, trying to prove a point or arguing with somebody in essence, And when you ping pong in your energy back and forth, you just, again, losing energy, trying to prove something to somebody outside of you instead of trying to prove something to yourself.